Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. Last time we got all the way to the end of the cave, sealed cave that is, and to the crystal room where we will fight a boss, or just get the crystal. Anybody think we're gonna get, more than a few steps out that door before we find the boss? Take your bets, place your bets now. I'm not taking any bets. No, definitely not taking any bets. Not against the fact, anyway. The wall is moving. Yeah, something about traps and being able to disarm any of them. Edge, you're so much comic relief right now. Gotta love it. Kinda like Steiner in the first half of Final Fantasy IX. And, oddly enough, Edge doesn't really grow out of it too much. This is pretty much the last point where the shurikens are going to be of any real use, because Edge is starting to deal enough damage to surpass them here pretty quick. So they do a little bit more, so I might as well waste them off now, as opposed to trying to hold them for any period of time. Now, if this guy will let me attack, there are two methods to using Riddy in this fight. One, cast Bio. The other is to use the Leviathan summon. And I'm going to start with Bio. You know what? I think Bio's actually better. Unless he counters with that stone attack all the time. I'm using Rosa to cast Haste, so that Cecil can get some more attacks in. That'll be helpful. May have to remove the Petrify on him a little sooner, but oh well. Yeah, we do some pretty good damage. If he gets close enough, he will kill you. Like, it'll start one-shotting each of your party members every time he gets a turn, which is quite annoying. Oddly enough, the first time I played this game, I found that this was one of the hardest bosses in the game. And that was probably because I did not go to those extra caves yet, and did not pick up anything beneficial. You can use the Hellwing Shuriken here, or you could save it. It doesn't matter, we'll be able to buy them. I think we can already buy them. Either way, we'll be able to buy them at some point soon anyway. Alright, next, now that Edge has cast that thrown the Shuriken, we can berserk him and have him attack. And show off Leviathan, why not? The reason why Bio could be better is because of the long charge time that Leviathan has, and since Bio is instant cast, it can be quite beneficial. Looks like Cecil doesn't need to have gradual Petrify removed. That's always nice. Yeah, once you kind of have all the additional levels from doing those other two caves and the new gear like the Avenger and the Defender, this boss is not that challenging at all. What a pathetic trap. Well, kind of. Now, you actually can't. If you try to do it right now, you won't be able to... Oh, you can use the Dijon spell. No, you can't. Okay, good. That's what I always remembered being the case. But once you get to this floor... No, this floor... Then you can use it to warp out. You can't use the exit spell for whatever reason. But I'm just going to walk out, and of course I'll do that off screen, and I'll meet you on the other side of the cave. Okay, let's just get out of here, or not get out of here. Oh, that sounds familiar. I don't think so. He's not going to betray us a second time. No, he's on our side this time. See, he's fine. Why are you talking like that, Kane? Da-da-da-da! And yes, the bastard steals it again. Well, doesn't steal it again, but he betrays us again. Which is really annoying. And now, Golbez has all the crystals. Huh. What the hell are we... What a stupid laugh. Oh, jeez. So what the hell are we supposed to do now? What are we gonna do now? We're kind of trapped down here, aren't we? Yeah, we just have the airship, and we can't actually leave because the thing's been sealed off. Yeah, won't let us do anything. So, I guess we're supposed to figure out to go to the only real place that we can go to at this point in the game. That being the Dwarven Kingdom. Now, I think we're supposed to go report to the king that we failed. Yeah. I don't know what it is with video games, but we always end up being incompetent. Here, do this task, fail it. Do that task, fail it. Do that task, fail that one too. How can we still be considered like these great warriors that are going to save the world if we fail every little task we're given? The mouth of a dragon. Oh right, yeah, that's from a while ago now, isn't it? Jeez. Okay. And apparently they know of Mysidia as well, though they didn't know it actually existed. Apparently it was ancient lore to them. On your sword. I wonder if that's the magical ship. We must get to Mysidia, but we can't. And why can't we just go through the Tower of Babel again? I'm glad we don't have to, but without you, who could it? Yeah, it's it. Not like it was, you know, really all that much of a, well, not really a spoiler, but it's pretty obvious that Cid is going to save our ass again, because there's not much else we can do. If we're not going to go through the Tower of Babel, there aren't really any other options. We have to go through there. There's only the two that we've possibly seen, and just for laughs, or well, no, there isn't any other way throughout the rest of the game either. There are only two ways of getting between the underworld and the overworld. And Cid apparently is going to put a drill on the airship, which has to be, you know, staying horizontal in order to fly, yet is going to change to vertical in order to use this drill, as you'll see once they actually put the drill on the airship, which makes absolutely no sense. What are you doing, Cid? How come he's in charge of the dwarves all of a sudden? Oh, whatever. And looky looky. Edge is going to hit on Rydia some more. What are you doing, Cid? Huh? Kick him, Cid. Why are you guys doing 360? And he gets pulled back. Get to work! What the hell is this supposed to be? It doesn't make any sense. Are they dancing? Oh, apparently they were fighting, and now, well, Edge was knocked out. And apparently that made him start helping? I don't know what the hell's going on here. These little sequences with Cid, or whenever they try and fix up the airships, they are hilarious in their stupidity, but they make no sense. And, of course, all that expended effort doing 360s tired Cid out because he's still injured. Why he was doing 360s, I don't know. And, of course, he's just going to be able to fix airships and then go back to sleep. That's all he gets to do for the rest of the game. So, yeah. No fifth party member. What the hell are we supposed to do now? We need a fifth party member. Who could we possibly get to be the fifth party member? Okay. Yeah, see what I was telling you about the drill on the airship there? It doesn't really make sense how this would work, but while we're doing this, I might as well explain that I obviously stole Kane's gear and sold off most of it, though I did keep the Aegis Shield and the Defender for later, because there probably will be a use for them in the future. Now, where did I leave? No. We're talking about finding another party member, but first, I need to do something. Where did I leave? Oh, wait, I think it's over... There it is. There is actually one more use for... Wait a minute. Yeah, one more use for this airship. And that is to... Let's see if I can do this without... Okay, apparently I can't do this. No, I did not want to land there. I want to pick up my thing. Thank you. There is one more use for this. Now, can I find this place without getting lost? That is the question. Okay, now, if I remember... Ah, there we go. That wasn't too hard, was it? Alright, cool. This is Mithril, if you don't remember or were wondering. And from Mithril, there are more shoals that we can use to get up here to the Adamant Cave. Have I been here already? Collecting animal tails. Ah! We finally have a use for that rat tail. Little bit of ore. The adamant ore. Which, if you remember earlier, somebody was looking for that. I'm not going to go and give it to him yet. I'm actually going to return to Fabul. Because, well, we know that Yang's kind of alive. But we haven't really told his wife. And now, can I find Fabul? Hey, I found it. Cool. I'll just meet you up in Yang's room, which is on the left tower. There we go. Underground? Wonder if that was kind of censored for being dead or something. And apparently she's blaming things on the onions. You know, things like emotions. Good. The frying pan of game. That's just bullshit. But it's funny. And so yeah, their plan here is to use the frying pan of love to wake up, or I guess show love, to Yang, who is lying unconscious in the underground in the Cave of the Sylphs. This is actually an idea here. Yes, I'm not bullshitting you. The game is, but I'm not. Anyway, what else can I do before heading back down? Well, might as well initiate one plot point before we go back underground. And in order to do that, we need to go to Mysidia, which is this way, if I remember? No, that's Troya. And here's Baron. So it's to the right of Baron, if I remember correctly. Ah! There it is. Okay. Well, actually I should probably move it over here. I can't remember why. Ah, we'll find out momentarily. Okay, back in Mysidia. What's this about a magical ship? The Tower of Prayers, which is the area in behind, believe it or not, the, oh, what is that place? The Crystal Room. And I'm going to fast forward through this because it takes forever. Anyway, there is ample opportunity, considering how slow this loads, to read this. I'm not going to bother reciting it or anything like that. If you need to, there's a pause button on the video for a reason, I guess. Pray for the coming of the light. Didn't we already see that at, what was that, Mount Hobbs? I think that was it, wasn't it? Can I do anything? No? Whoa, trippy. Acid flashback? I mean, somebody's on acid? What? No. Oh crap, it's Leviathan. But we already got you. Why are you pestering me now when we're trying to summon something? Huh? Have been answered? What? This is the theme... Hurry up. Of the magical ship, or depending on the translation, the big whale or the lunar whale. I think the lunar whale is probably the one that makes the most sense, but what can you do? The legendary vessel of light. Okay. Whoa, that's a little trippy. Okay. Now, can I do anything with this information? Voice came to me about his father. We haven't heard anything. Oh, it was Mount Ordeals. Mount Hobbs. What was at Mount Hobbs? I don't even remember what was at Mount Hobbs. That was where we found Yang. Okay, now I know what I'm talking about. The magical ship is a vessel to the moon. Crystal of Flight. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, we have access to the lunar whale now. Or the magical ship. I'll probably end up calling it the lunar whale because, yes. Anyway, we get free rest, and as you notice at the bottom of the screen there, free fat chocobo. We do not need vegetables any longer, so we can get rid of those from our inventory. I've already done some selling of stuff when I was leaving the Dwarven Castle there, and sold some things and stored some things with the fat chocobo. He's got all my cottages, my elixirs, my X potions, dry others, anything that I probably won't use in the relatively near future. When I do need them, I will tell you to take them out, and now that we have the lunar whale, we won't have any problem having to run to a town, make sure we have enough of the vegetables in order to get it. So anyway, I started talking about these an episode or two ago, and then I stopped. These cast the 3rd level elemental spells. I think the Blue Fang is lightning, and that's ice, and of course fire. The blue one is the only one we can really make use of right now. It is the blue one that I'm thinking of, right? Let's take a look at that. Yeah, strong thunder to all targets. We'll be using that in the relatively near future. Before we do that, I think we need to get back down to Yang there. I think we need to hit him upside the head with the hammer. And you do want to wait until after you get the lunar whale for reasons that will be explained later. I'll just meet you on the underside of the world there and in Yang's room. And here we are. Ah, humans! Alright, we already did that one. Okay. No, your love is not enough. However, the frying pan of love, dunk, I think that is more than enough. Gets exploded. Blows up. Wakes up after that, a feat in itself, and can only think about training. Yeah, that's great there, Yang. Yang's alive. I think I've solved the problem of who my 5th party member is going to be. The giant gun. Yeah. What? Hey, no, I need a 5th party member. Come on. Are you kidding me? All this effort. And Edge is correct, because basically Edge is a better version of Yang in all respects, basically. Like I was saying before, the only difference is one has kick and the other has throw and steal. How is that even comparable? Not to mention Edge can do a lot more damage because he can equip more weapon types and not just claws. Huh? Would you look at that? We learned one of the most abusive summons in the game, Sylph. And the reason it's so abusive is because it doesn't look like it's all that good. But basically what it does is it's a single targeting summon for 25 MP, which is half of Leviathan. It can do a reasonable amount of damage, and considering I think there's only like 2 single targeting summons in the game, that and Chocobo, there's not really all that much competition, but it also heals you. It's a draining attack, and it is incredibly useful. Not only can we, drain some HP, but it actually heals you more HP than it actually says. So it might say that you get 200 or 300, but you'll probably get like 700 or 800. You're not making swords because you don't have adamant. Take adamant, make me a weapon. Oh, Yes, that is why you can never get rid of the legendary sword, because everyone, of course, would have sold it by now, and then you would have not had the opportunity to get this weapon. Get out of my way. I want this weapon, and I want it now. The Holy Sword Excalibur. The second best weapon in the entire game for Cecil. And yes, it is abusive. Especially considering, like, the Avenger Sword is nice. It's got auto berserk, 106 attack power. You know, even the Defender is like, 128. That's still pretty good. Yeah, 186 attack power, and he can use a shield again. And he's just extremely abusive with it. It is really, really good at this point in the game. The trigger for him being completed this, having completed the sword, is getting the Lunar Whale. So if you don't have that, that's why it hasn't happened. So anyway, that's all the time I have for this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. Next time, we will, well, yeah, I don't think there's any, oh, there's one other thing to do. That's head back to Gang's wife, and I guess I'll just start off the next episode there. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.